In this video, we are going to see how to add EasySendy subscribers from new form responses. So here, every time you receive a new form response from any of the form builder application, here we have taken the example of Google Forms. What you want with the information received, you want to add a subscriber to EasySendy, which is an email marketing tool. Now, how can that be done? For this, you will have to set up some integration between the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be Google Forms and your action application would be EasySendy. Now how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, we can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply click on sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in. And as I do that, here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application. On the right hand side, we can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this. And a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is that every time a new response is received through Google Form, then automatically with the information received, a subscriber should be added in EasySendy. So I'm going to click on create, and here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application would be Google Form. Let's click on this. Now comes the trigger event. So the trigger event here will be new response received. So once this is done, here we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect with Google Forms. So now I'm going to copy this, and then we are supposed to follow the following steps. Let me show you what you have to do. So here I'm going to take you to Google Forms. I already have created a form. The name is registration form. Let's say that it is a registration form for a particular webinar. Let's say Pabbly webinar. So once I have received the lead through this registration form, I want the person to be created as a subscriber in EasySendy. So here is the form. We have got the following fields: first name, last name, contact number, email address and age. Now for this last field, I'm going to toggle this towards the right and turn on this required field. Why? So that every time the form is filled, the moment the person fills in this last field, then automatically a response would be shared. Now I'm going to take you to response, and here these are the three dots. Let's click on this. Here we have to select the destination for responses. So we have got two options. Either we can create a new spreadsheet or we can select an existing spreadsheet. I'm going to create a new spreadsheet. Let's click on create. So here, as soon as we click on this icon, we can see that a sheet has appeared in front of us with all the fields that were there in our form. And there is one additional field. I'm going to just format this quickly so that it is very clearly visible to you. Here we can see there is an extra field which is timestamp. This is going to register the time and date when the data has been received here. Now I'm going to take you back to the registration form, and here let's go to preview. So once we are here, I'm going to fill up this form. So let's say the first name here is new 123, then we have the last name which is user 12. Contact number here is this, and then we have the email address. So the email address is new123@pabblytudes.com. Now let's say the age of the person is 45 years. I'm going to click on submit. So once this has been submitted, I'm going to take you back to the Google Sheet to see if the response has been registered, and yes, here we have received our response. Now to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, we have to go to extensions, add-ons, get add-ons, And this here is the Google Workspace Marketplace. I'm going to look for Pabbly Connect webhooks. This is the application, and you can see that this has already been installed in my system. This is a mandate step. You have to install it. Once done, close this window, refresh the page. This is again very important. And once you have refreshed this, then we are going to wait for a few seconds and then go to extensions. Here you would be able to see Pabbly Connect webhooks. Let's go to initial setup. Now as we reach here you can see that the system has already selected the sheet. Now this webhook URL that we had received through Pabbly Connect, I'm going to copy this once again, go to the sheet and paste this over here. Now comes the trigger column. So the trigger column is the final data column where the data has been recorded. And as per the sheet, this is column number F. So I'm going to write F here, send test. So here we can see that the test data has been sent successfully. Let's click on submit. And the configuration is all set. So we are again going to go back to extensions, and here you can see this tab send on event. So please click on this so that this can be checked. This is absolutely important because if you do not do this, so the response would not be received. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the API response, and yes, here it is. This here is the trigger column, the timestamp, spreadsheet name, ID, sheet name, sheet ID, then we have the row index, last name, first name, email address, contact number and age. Now with the information received, what do I want? To create a subscriber in EasySendy. So my action application now would be EasySendy. Let's click on this. And the action event would be to add subscriber. Let's click on connect. Here again, Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the EasySendy account. I'm going to click on add new connection. And now we need this API key to set up this connection. To receive this API key, first we have to log in to our EasySendy account. And then here we have to go to the profile and then click on the APIs. So let me take you to my EasySendy account. So this here is my EasySendy account where let's click on this profile. You will find APIs, and this here is your API key. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. So once this is done, now we have to map this information list UID, the email address, first name and last name. So what is this list UID? So basically in EasySendy, you have got various lists. So let me show you. So these are the various lists that I already have created, like demo display, my list, list tool, test. You can create a new list by clicking on this create new tab. Now this here is the list. So I am going to map this list demo display. Okay. So if you had wanted some other list, you could have selected that. So here it is showing me all the lists that I have created. I'm going to select demo display. Now comes the subscriber email. So how do I map the information? As I click on this, it is showing me the previous step and the response received. So here is the email address. Then we have the first name. So again, I'm going to go down, and this here is the first name. For the last name, as I take you down, this here is the last name. Now this is known as mapping. Mapping means that I already have this information in the previous step. I'm just going to retrieve it. And why is this important? So that every time the workflow runs, it is not stuck with the manually written data. Because if I had written this manually, so it would have never taken new data into consideration. That's why mapping is important. And once this is done, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here we can see that we have received the API response, which says that thank you for joining our email list. Please confirm your email address now. So now I'm going to take you to the email address of the person, and we have received a mail here which says that please click here in order to complete your subscription. So let's click on this hyperlink. And yes, here you can see that it is asking me to update the profile. So as I click on this and take you back to EasySendy, let's here go to demo list, and here we can see there are 12 subscribers, and this here is the new subscriber and the status is shown as confirmed, which basically means that this integration process is a complete success. But we also need to check this in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Google form, and here I'm going to submit another response. Let's say the first name this time is demo, the last name here is new, contact number here is this, and then we have the email address which is demo new 123@pabblytudes.com. What's the age of the person? Let's say it is 34. I'm going to click on submit, and once this has been submitted, what should happen? let me take you to EasySendy to see if we have received a subscriber here. So yes, we can see demo new 123 has been registered, but it is not yet confirmed. So taking you to my mail address, go back to inbox. Here we have received another email. I'm going to click on this. And here I'm going to update the profile. As soon as I do that and I refresh this page, here you can see this has been confirmed, which basically means that our integration process is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So here our trigger application was Google Forms, where the event was new response received, and our action application was EasySendy, where we had to add a subscriber. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.